Hayden Deegan be in this one after his crash in Moto number 1. He finished 39th, starting on the complete outside. Watch him. He's the rider out here all by himself right now. Buried a little bit far back in the pack, so he's not going to get the whole shot, but a good start. Carter Malcolm out of Elizabeth, Colorado, the number 17 KTM, grabbing the early lead, but here comes the number 90 of Jude Smirlik.
Jude Smirlik having a rough go of it in Moto number 1. Got a 6th place, bounced around a little bit. Smirlik was up, down, in and out of the pack a few times and able to hold on and salvage that 6th place. Man, he is making the best of it right now out of the long short shoot, making the pass, putting that number 90 Sheen into the lead.
Well, I tell you, coming down the 10 Commandments, they were 4 wide, side by side in the battle for the first place position, and a lot of position jockeying taking place and some changes taking place as well as we head off into Storyland for lap number 1 complete. There's a rider trying to make some gains. Revan Gordon got 9th in Moto number 1. He is a solid top 5 right now, rider out of California as he's trying to put things together. There is Deegan, if you're wondering, and he appears to be somewhere in about 8th, 9th place position here on lap number 1. When he crossed the whole shot stripe, he was 14th place position on that 38 KTM.
Here comes Christian Yannick right now on that number 27 machine, trying to put the move right now on Jude Smirlik, going to the outside on that Team Green machine. Can he keep up? Can he keep up the momentum right now? Oh, big whip by Smirlik. Sets, goes all the way to the roller, sends it to the stratosphere. Yannick goes down to the inside of Smirlik. Can he make the pass happen? Has the shorter course. Can he keep the drive side by side? Smirlik, no. Smirlik, first one across the line. Yannick crosses up over the tabletop in front of us, up over the Tunnel of Love, back down to the billboard, and here we go. Jude Smirlik trying to go to the outside. Can he make it work early in this one? Yannick comes around the outside this time. He keeps up the momentum. Smirlik goes across the track right now, trying to avoid that inside bump, and it's a 3-man race right now. Revan Gordon trying to get in the drag race as well. Rear end steps out on Janik just a bit. Plants that Kawasaki back down on the ground, grabs another handful. And as we said, it's the 55 of Revan Gordon now puts himself, tries to get a 2 for Rodney. Had a coupon right there, couldn't cash it in, it expired.
Well, look at that. He is right there, still well within striking distance. He goes right in the middle line that these two riders are going in, not losing any ground, not really making any ground. But watch Yannick back there. He's going from side to side on the racetrack, and that opens the door for Gordon now. Drag race down through the red zone into the Storyland. Oh,
Revan Gordon opened it up, thought he had the pass made. Next thing you know, they're touching foot pegs. Yannick comes across. He's in the middle line right now. He's got a good race line, and almost almost.
Going around 17 also, Carter Malcolm, your early Whole Shot Award winner, if memory serves me correct. He's battling for a top 5 position right now as this one's starting to heat up quite a bit. Noah Viney on the number 43 also back there, so we're keeping an eye on this one. A lot of changes here on lap 2 from lap number 1. You're going to see it in our results. Look at the battles going 2 by 2 as we roll into the heart of this race course. Janik going for the lead now as he gets around the number 90 of Smirlik here in the Thor sweeper turn right in front of Polyspark Pond. But here comes Smirlik trying to fire back on the KTM as we roll through the Bermuda Triangle. Look back there in the number 3 position as well, as we pointed out, Revan Gordon on the hammer right now, and he has got these riders right in the crosshairs. Hayden Deegan has moved all the way up into a 4th place position. It is the 51 Dylan Blecka in 5th, Carter Malcolm 6th, William Caniger in the number 7 spot, Zayden Mason is 8th. We got Leo Tucker in the number 9 spot. Randall Myers rounds out your top 10 aboard the 98, and it's Trace Holland, Dylan Sullivan, Mason Davis, Owen Bills, and Braden High rounding out your top 15. 16 through 20 after 2 is Jackson Glather, 17th Adler Cottle, 18th Russell Bucheri, in 19th is Nolan Riley, and Jake Cirker rounds out your top 20. Wow, what a tough break there for the 86 of Adler Cottle, your Moto 1 winner. He is all the way back in that number 17 place position at the end of lap number 2 with a long row to hoe. Meanwhile, speaking of hoe and rows, right now we got a major bit of farming going on up front as the number 38 is trying to be outstanding in his field as a farmer as he is working on the lead. It is Hayden Deegan all over the rear wheel of Christian Janik now for that number 1 spot here on lap number 3.
I tell you, Janik has put out more effort. I've seen him under attack. I've seen him put on the pressure. I've seen him get past here. And right now, he is feeling the heat, as you said, from the number 38 machine. Here comes Hayden Deegan down to the inside. Janik loves that middle line right there. Wow. Deegan applies the throttle early in that one, jumps out. He's going to take the outside line, and here comes right in front of us, Rodney, up and over the big tabletop. The move is made right there.
Well, you look at Christian Janik's first moto score. He has a 4th place position finish, but if memory serves me correct, I believe it was Deegan and Janik that actually got together that took Deegan out of that race and pushed him back to the number 39 position after the misshift or whatever happened up the face of that jump. And unfortunately, in the heat of the battle, they both went down. Janik was able to get back up and finish in a 4th place position. And right now, it's just a rite of statements, I think, for Hayden Deegan as he works his way to the front of the pack and now trying to stretch it out over Janik. But Janik is keeping him pretty honest right now as we look back to that 3rd place position. That is still Revan Gordon. Jude Smirlik is 4th. Dylan Blecka rounds out your top 5.
Yeah, he's putting it on full display right now, Janik, as we've talked about his grit over the years past in earlier motos as well. The guy always able to find something and dig in. Right now you're talking about pride and ego. These guys are racers. No matter, I don't care if Deegan DNF'd at first moto, he's going to be back, and he's going to come back as strong as he can. They're going to make sure the bike's ready, he's ready, and they know the championship may be lost, but this is a statement moto.
Adler Cottle now up to the number 12 spot. He is reeling off 2:02 lap times in amongst 2:11s down to 2:07s. He's about 4 seconds out of 11th place right now, which puts him about 6 seconds out of a top 10, but he's trying to salvage everything he can. He's kind of playing junk man right now, if you will.
Fastest lap of the race last time around by Hayden Deegan, 158.6. Rodney, keep an eye on it, I believe. With open track, it's even quicker.
Tough break there. I believe that was the 90 of Jude Smirlik sliding out there, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it was Blecka.
Well, maybe it was Blecka, the 51. Yeah. I know they were battling there, and I saw one of the riders slide out right there. Well, there's Smirlik, so he's still up. So it must have been Blecka that went down there on the 51. But, I mean, it was nothing really out. Just the face of that junk was really slick, and he gave a little too much throttle, and that rear end kicked out.
Little over-aggressive right there, Rodney, as you said, in the heat of the battle.
Smirlik, your 4th place ride, trying to reel in the 55 of Revan Gordon as they roll around the Polysport pond through that Thor sweeper turn into the final turn of the Bermuda Triangle. Hayden Deegan has already checked in with a 156.9 here on lap 4. Christian Janik is a 2-minute flat lap time with a 4.8. Revan Gordon also under the 2:01 with a 2.9-second deficit back in 3rd. Smirlik another 3.4 back in 4th. Dylan Blecka is 5th. So maybe that was the number 90 that had the... No, Smirlik is in 4th. Sorry about that. Blecka is back up in it. He's back into the number 5 spot. Carter Malcolm in 6th. Will Kanigher is 7th. Leo Tucker in 8th. Zayden Mason in 9th. Dylan Sullivan rounds out your top 10. There is Adler Cottle in 11th place position, but 0.154 was the deficit. We're going to say likely he is already into a number 10 spot as that Moto 1 winner is trying to position himself to stay in the hunt for a national championship here in this Supermini 2 13 to 16-year-old class.
Rodney, we talked about the statement. Lap 3, Hayden Deegan, 158.1. Lap 4, 156.9. Knew when he cleared Janik and had some clean track. It looked like he really dropped a hammer. Fastest lap coming on the last lap, middle of the race, lap number 4. I believe he's got more in him.
I do too. That's the statement that we're talking about that Deegan's out here to try and make after that mishap in Moto number 1. Janik back in that number 2 spot. Gordon still in 3rd. They are nearing the completion of lap 5 here in just a few moments, and we'll start to sort this one out again. And the rider, again, I can't quite catch him on the track. I'm catching him in results as Adler Cottle, the 86, but I think this time around around, it might be a little easier to catch him as they'll be checking in here in mere moments. Hayden Deegan working his way around, I believe, these final turns here at the near the finish line. So he's going by, or should be going by here, and there he is right there. So Hayden Deegan is in now with 5. He drops to a 2-minute lap time, and he knows he's got the breathing room to work with there. Christian Janik, a 2:02, so it's now 6.7 seconds back. Revan Gordon, a 2:01, so he actually gains about 0.4 of a second on Janik, so he's well within 3 seconds, almost 2.5. Jude Smerlik still in 4th. Dylan Blecka still in 5th. Malcolm in 6th. Kanigher in 7th. Leo Tucker in the number 8 spot. And then we wait to see how things are starting to unfold back there for the number 86. Zayden Mason in 9th. Adler Cottle now into the number 10 spot aboard the 86 machine with a 2:03. He may have enough speed this lap around to even catch Zayden Mason. He's 2.6 seconds back and running about that faster lap time than what he is out there. So this is getting pretty exciting. Cottle is going to have a tough time bridging the gap all the way up the top 5. I said that already once. I've eaten my words already once this morning. But I tell you, the ride that he is putting in, he is certainly riding for that championship, trying to salvage what he can out of it, knowing that Hayden Deegan is out front and Christian Janik in that number 2 spot. Revan Gordon, the 55 machine again. Let's see how things are breaking down as far as that would be concerned. Gordon got a 9th place position, so honestly right now the rider that seems to be in a championship position in the top 3 is Janik with that 4th place position in Moto 1, the way things have gotten turned around so much. Noah Viney, who took 2nd in Moto number 1 aboard the number 43, hasn't made much waves here either. He's all the way back in a 13th place position, so that's going to take him kind of out of the running. The 21 of Enzo Timmerman, another rider, he's not even in the top 10 in this second Moto either, so that leaves that top 5 positions basically wide open. And man, I tell you, with the ride that Adler Cottle is putting in right now, this might be what it's going to take still to salvage this championship. And with those other front runners out, it's going to help him a whole lot. Yeah, we keep using that word salvage, but I can't find Timmerman at all. We see 39 riders, so a couple riders not there. I can't find Timmerman on the grid. Timmerman 3rd place in that first Moto. I mean, would have been sitting in great position leading into this one. Another rider that's sitting pretty right now, Dylan Blecka back in the number 5 spot. Oh, yeah. That 51 machine took 5th in Moto 1, and it's hard to believe right now that a 5.5 puts you in contention for a championship in a Supermini 213 to 15 class. Hey, I think Burkeen told me he saw a 5.54 or something like that win a championship several years ago. You know, we've seen all kinds of crazy scores, and yes, not uncommon to see a championship without a Moto win. That is not uncommon whatsoever. And, of course, rolling through this one, 6 laps deep, Megawatt. We should be seeing, I think, soon. That puts us 12 minutes into this race, about 7 minutes left to go. So we got another couple laps before we're even thinking about a 2 lap board. So Deegan out front just trying to do what he can and salvage the best that he and the most that he can out of the Supermini 2. And you know, whenever you start looking at it, the inconsistencies in this, and even all of a sudden the 39 may not be looking all that bad.
That's true, man. You know, take a look at Cottle though. Again, 2:04 with a lap time, a little bit quicker than the riders ahead of him. As you mentioned, not going to see the 2-lap card maybe for another lap. So some time left in this thing, and your first Moto winner still looking to improve on that 9th place position right now.
Jude Smerlik finished up in the number 6 spot in Moto number 1. He is in a 4th place position and a 6.4. Again, right now, at least at the moment, is in contention for the championship.
Looking pretty good, a 6.4 right now.
So, again, we keep watching this one. But right now, let's see, as we said, Janik is looking at a 4.2 at the moment, which would be 6. That does give him a little bit of breathing room there. But the rider, again, that we got to watch and see where he finishes at the checkers is going to be Adler Cottle. He's up the 9th place position. So 9.1 is 10. He's tied for 2nd right now in the championship in 9th place.
Oh, yeah, and a Moto win in his pocket.
That's crazy, man.
Okay.
I mean, this has been one of the wildest Supermini 2 scores patterns that I've seen and at least can recognize in recent memory. And this is going to be exciting coming down to the wire. It's going to be all the way. It's going to be in the air until the checkers fly on the last lap of Moto number 3, I think, in this one.
Yeah, because we still don't have a 2-lap card out yet, so there's plenty of time left. Probably going to pick it up. Leader's probably going to see it this time around. Going to make this a 9-lap race probably. But when you take, I feel it, Rodney. when you take a look at this, so many things contribute. Oh, this guy did this guy did that. Look, the talent was deeper than it's ever been. This track has changed so much. Starts were all over the place. I mean, so many things contribute to these scores leading to championships.
Okay, I'm going to put this into perspective for you right now. The score of the championship, if it finishes the way it is right now, Christian Janik is looking at a 4-2 for 6. He's leading the points if I'm calculating this right.
Yes.
Jude Smirlik is looking at the number 90. Let's make sure we get this right. A 6 and a 4. That scores him 10 right now. Revan Gordon, the number 55 machine, is looking at a score of a 9 and 3. So that scores him 12. That puts him a little further back. But the point that I'm trying to make right now, a 1 and an 8 for Adler Cottle sits him in second place as far as the championship is concerned right now. And wow, that again just blows my mind. So this is getting pretty exciting. 7 laps deep, working on lap number 8 of the Supermini 13 to 16. And I believe that still more is going to happen in this Moto. So it's going to make it even more exciting heading in to Moto number 3.
I've got to believe that. Hayden Deegan checks in on lap number 8. Have to believe right now, probably looking at the 2 card. Christian Janik checks in now, both on a 202.7, 202.78 for Deegan, 202.73 for Christian Janik. Gap 9.1 this time around. Waning stages of this one right now, Rodney.
No doubt. 2-lap board is out. The crowd out here on the Monster Energy deck next to the announcer's tower going crazy as the riders go by with cheers. Deegan, Janik, Revan Gordon 3rd, Jude Smirlik in 4th, Dylan Blecka in 5th. Again, a 5-5 scoring him 10. He's in the hunt. William Caniger, the number 70 machine, he's back in the number 6 spot. He scored 16th in Moto 1, so that kind of takes him out of the hunt for the championship. 17 of Malcolm out there now. Carter Malcolm, the number 17, he is looking at an 8 and a 7, so he's kind of back there as well. Again, Adler Cottle second in the championship points race right now in 8th place. That just blows me away. Zayden Mason in 9th. Noah Viney rounding out the top 10. Christian Janik again looking at a 4-2 right now. Should be in control of the points on this one, but wow, what an amazing second Moto. The explanation point that was wanting to be put on by Hayden Deegan has just certainly been exactly that. But again, the ride of this Moto to me has been Adler Cottle, the 86.
Listen, Pops Cottle back there doing the math, putting it out on the pit board, letting him know exactly where he goes. Push, push, push. Each and every position right now puts him to an advantage, puts him to an advantage. You're tied right now. You have a Moto win in your pocket. So, but right now, that next position could be the one that decides the championship, Rodney.
No doubt. No doubt.
You're going to be making your win. All right, one more time. See if we can do it again.
No doubt about it, man. I'm out of here.
All right, buddy. Rodney making his way down to the podium, trying to keep us alive here Friday morning, late into the motos. Next Moto coming up, Vet 30 Plus, going to be our first of the 3rd round right now. First Moto of the 3rd round, as we call our championship motos. Coming up next, white flag is out right now. Hayden Deegan out on the final lap. As we talked about, a statement ride, working his way back through Waterworks right now. Christian Janik, all kinds of action in the beginning of this one for him. Bounced around just a bit, able to put himself back in that second position. The 55 of Revan Gordon, so impressed with him. Gordon stuck it in there early in this one, put himself in good position in that top 3 early, was able to hang on to the lead pack. Janik and Deegan. Jude Smirlik, of course, sitting in that number 4 ride right now. Smirlik putting in a good ride in race number 1. That number 90 machine finishing 6th, of course, in that first moto. So he's looking at 10 right now, as Rodney said just a moment ago. One last lap here in our Super Mini 2, 13-16. I got to tell you, looking at the scores as Rodney was talking about, amazing. Some of these 13s and 14s still going to be in contention, combined scores as we move into that third and final moto. Right now should see our leader, and that should be it right there. That one's over. The 38, Hayden Deegan crossing that finish line. The big panic rev, actually victory rev. Checker flag continues to fly as Yannick makes his way across in that number 2 position. Rev and Gordon able to hold on to that number 3 spot. So Deegan, Yannick, and Gordon 1, 2, 3 in this one. Deegan, of course, having that disaster in moto number 1, comes back, lays down the fastest lap, and lap number 4 continues to hold on to that lead all the way through the finish in this one. So Deegan, Yannick, Gordon 1, 2, 3. William Candigear in that number 4 ride. Jude Smirlick 6th in the first moto, now at 5th, giving him 11 going into the final moto. Dylan Blecka in that number 6 spot. Carter Malcolm with 7th. Adler Cottle drops to that 8th position. Adler Cottle in the number 8 ride. Now Noah Viney in the 6th spot. Zayden Mason rounding out your top 10.
Well, Megawatt down here on the podium as we're ready to give our gold medal out here for moto number 2 for the number 38. Put your hands together for Hayden Deegan. Wow, Hayden, I know the misfortunes of moto number 1. You come out here just to make a statement. That was an explanation point right there.
Yeah, first moto got in a crash. But anyways, got off to a 41st gate pick or whatever, so I started the last gate, was able to come around 10th. And then second lap, got into the lead, and from there just got a decent lead to feel comfortable and had some fun.
Well, it's aside from the one little mishap in this first moto out there, good charge, good ride, and a good week for you so far. So I'm sure there's a lot of shout-outs you'd like to give right now.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to thank my dad, my mom, K-Team Morris Brigade, Team Dunlop, Monster Energy, 100% Method Race Wheels, Alpine Star, and my filmer, my trainer Caleb, and everyone else. Thank you.
All righty, there he is, Hayden Deegan, ladies and gentlemen. A Moto 2 win, taking home the gold. Bring it up to the podium next. He's second. He goes 4-2. And by our early calculations right now, this puts him, believe it or not, in control of this championship. Let's put our hands together for Christian Janik, ladies and gentlemen, as he makes his way up for a Moto Silver out there, riding and doing just exactly what needs to be done. I heard someone say on our way over, boy, Janik has really lighted it up and putting together a great race today, and man, that's kind of an understatement, I think, man. But good ride out there, Christian, and wow, I know you just go out and ride your heart out, but it puts you in a good position with that second place here today, man.
Yeah, I got off to a great start. I was running like 4th, and I got up to the lead past Jude. He was riding good, and then Hayden ran around me, and I just tried to stay in his pace for a little bit and get a good gap on Gordon, but he was riding good too. So just rode my own race and finished second. Awesome ride out there. Who do you want to say thanks to? My mom, my dad, Jesus for keeping me safe, Monster Energy, Team Green, Kawasaki, Pro Circuit, Dunlop Tires, Maxima, RK Chains, or RK Rims, Bell Helmets, Fox 100%. I got to thank Steven Squire for downloading my starts and helping me out before here. Tamer Whole Shot Device, Wrist Brace Guy, never forgot, thank you.
All righty, man, one more. You could be a champ. Christian Janik, ladies and gentlemen, taking Moto Silver here in Moto number 2. And bringing up to the podium for a third position finish. I believe our bronze going to go to '55 of Revan Gordon. Holding on to this one, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for Revan. Good ride out there, man, and got yourself in a good position after 2 motos of racing, it looks like.
Yeah, unfortunately that first moto I got tired and fell, so that kind of messed up my overall but you know, I got out to a good start and just rode consistent laps. Ended up going down at the end, but had a big enough gap to finish it off.
Feeling good after the second moto?
Yeah, no, I feel really good.
Awesome, man. Good luck in Moto 3, all right?
Thank you.
Who do you want to say thanks to?
I'd like to say thanks to the Lord for keeping me safe, my whole family, JMC Motorsports, Monster, Alpine Star, Fly, 100%, Throttle Syndicate, everyone that helps me get here. Jesse Nelson, Robbie Raynard, thank you.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Revan Gordon taking Moto bronze here. Third place in the Supermini 13 to 16-year-olds. And it looks like Carter Malcolm getting credit for our Whole Shot Award. Carter Malcolm, the number 17. Make your way on up here, buddy. Is Carter down here? Don't look like Carter's down here, so we'll make sure that he is coming. All right. Oh, he's buried way back deep in the gallery right there. Carter, welcome to the podium, man. Congratulations. Way to get that whole shot, man.
Yeah, got the whole shot. Ended up just not really finding the flow. I just couldn't really find any good lines, and just did my best, but we'll take it in the next moto and try to build.
Who do you want to say thanks to?
6Ds, Spy, Fast House, Crushed Gloves, my mom, my dad, sisters, Uncle Steven and David, Performance Cycle, FAF Graphics, Lynx Racing, Willie Manning Suspension, everyone else I forgot. Thank you.
All righty, there he is. Carter Malcolm taking the Stay 6 Stability Cycle.